Fuck, we're going. Right, we're here, we're good, it's good. It's all good. We're just going to bring up the stream and send it out to all our Discords. And, welcome everyone to the stream. I'm glad to have everyone on board. I know, yeah, yesterday's practice session was still right, but today is the real big proper session to see who starts on pole for tomorrow's race. Boy, it's a big one. A lot of grabs here. Starting from the pole could be huge for all the drivers competing on the NRUK Dunlop Custom Series circuit. So how beneficial that position can be, and especially on the front row as well. Remember, if you do start on pole, that is an extra point, extra bonus point for the championship. And we are going to get going shortly. We're just waiting for a few people to join into the stream. And yeah, welcome to everyone who joins. Welcome, Delello, to the stream. Glad to see you. Glad to see Delello back. I think you've been in every single one we've done this so far. Whether it be a practice, a qualifying, or a race, Delello, your support is very, very much appreciated. Thank you ever so much. And yeah, we're just going to wait for one more minute to let people filter into the stream, and then we will get going with this qualifying session to see who qualifies on the pole for tomorrow's races. And I was reached 7:42, so we're going to get into the game here. If anyone else joins, welcome. If so, comment and say hello. And make sure you're participating in the chat. Let's get this show on the road. So, it will take place in that happy hour period of the weekend. 20 minutes to decide who will be on pole for tomorrow. Best of luck to all 30 drivers competing on the circuit. And here we are then, arriving at Donnington Park Welcome Summit. Great to have you in the stream. And let's go straight into this session here. Straight into the thick of the action. Qualifying. Pole position. And let's see who is going to start on pole for tomorrow's first race and potentially for the weekend ahead. First car out on the track then is the Toyota Camry. That is Bo Jones for Cobra Sport Racing. And he's the first to take the track in the 20-minute session. The time you're looking for, within the low 1:14s. Of course, the first few laps here is just going to be simply a warm-up lap for these drivers, just to get themselves acclimatised. Their cars acclimatised to the circuit before they can start setting down some decent lap times. And we'll see where they go from there. And Bobo's the first out. And we have Eric Monaco for Team Hard. Shortly behind him, then DeLello, Collins and Spurley Tube all in a cluster. They've all decided to come up together. Maybe a slightly different tactic for these guys to try and group qualify instead of going out individually. Keegan Thompson, Logan Cloud, who is second during FP1, first practice yesterday. Pertec Racing. And then we have Adam Lease, Sebastian Dupain. Be interested to see how Owen Finley does. And him and Jay Jefferson having a bit of issues coming out the pit lane there. Finley was quick yesterday. Easily the fastest car on the circuit so far this weekend. And, well, here he is coming out for his qualifying time. Let's see where he can put it on the leaderboard. And BTC Northern Racing are continuing their hot streak. Fitzwater in the first weekend. Can Finley make it a superb double for this team? We'll find out shortly. But he's in the lead of this one. Then we have Jay Jefferson racing for Accelerate. DJ Reed, there is Bobo Jones, who now starts his first flying lap. We can see Eric Monaco is posting a 122. That's going to be easily beaten. As I said, the 114s is the place where you kind of want to be aiming. The place where the fastest lap times are going to be set. And if you can set a lap time within that, you're certainly looking at a good bid and bet for pole position come Sunday. Of course, tomorrow is race day. And that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun to see who's going to win each of our 3 races across the weekend. I hope you can really join us for that tomorrow. And that'll be really good. It'll be really good fun to see everyone here and participating in tomorrow's race. So, Bobo Jones then has gone fastest with 1:16. Of course, that should probably be beaten, but for a benchmark lap time, that's good. Now Zachary DeLello puts in a 1:16.1. So DeLello to the top of the leaderboard. He was in that cluster along with Spurlitube and Collins. He's now followed by Cart Friesen. So DeLello to the top of the leaderboard for motor-based performance. I mean, what a year. They've had a fantastic first weekend. Now Spurlitube goes to the top of the standings. And Adam Lees sets down the first 1:14 of the session. For Team Toyota GB, this team struggled a lot on the first weekend at Brands Hatch. DNFs and crashes were part of this team's first weekend. They're looking to rebound on 1:14.7. It's a good solid lap time to open this session. Is Adam Lees going to be on pole for tomorrow's race? We see Marcus Sachi going second. So as you can see, the field is quite equal because those who had a poor first weekend are now starting to rise to the top, especially that top 3. Lees, Sachi and Dupain all struggled for pace coming into weekend number 1. Now, they are rebounding with a better session and a better car here this time by. Down the backstretch then for Adam Lees. Spurlitube now goes into 3rd for West Surrey Racing. That's a decent lap time from him. And now Fitzwater up into the top 3. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. was the big main story from the first weekend. The Aussie picked up 2 victories for that race organisation in BTC Northern Racing. And finds himself as the points leader coming out of weekend number 1. Still 9 long weekends to go. 27 more races in the season still to go. But Fitzwater got his weekend off to, or his season off to a nearly almost perfect start. And he currently runs 5th in the standings. William Bewling going to 2nd. So West Surrey Racing, who are one of the biggest teams within the NRUK Dunlop Custom Series, had an abysmal first weekend. Now both their drivers in the top 10, William Bewling and Riley Spurlitube, finally seeing their performances come good. And now Bobo Jones to the top of the leaderboard. So this lead continues to chop and change. Howdy, Buckaroo. Howdy, Eli. How are you doing? Eli, you're running 18th currently with 20th with 1:15.8. But Bobo Jones now goes fastest for Cobra Sport Racing. So this top of the leaderboard tussle continues to change. Carter Joey puts himself into 3rd. If you remember rightly, he was the pole position winner at Brands Hatch last time out. So you're looking at Carter Joey as being one of the top maybe contenders to grab another pole position. He's certainly showing better qualifying pace than race pace this year round. Let's see if he can continue to do that. Up the track he'll go through this sector of the course. Your top 10 is as follows. Bobo Jones in 1st, 2nd for Adam Lees, 3rd Carter Joey, 4th is William Bewling, 5th for Keegan Thompson, 6th is Logan Cloud, 7th is Carter Friesen. 8th, Jake Richardson. 9th, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. And in 10th is DJ Reed for Power Maxed Racing. And through the turn, they'll go in. Zachary DeLello now puts himself second fastest. The 44 has been consistently quick. It doesn't matter what session you put him in, what track you've put him on. DeLello has found the pace in that car. And talking about Carter Joey being a danger, he goes fastest for 1:14.4. Peter on Jack goes second fastest for Team Shreddy Racing. On Jack can be happy with that. Pole start will be great, but front row start is just as good for these drivers. And on Jack going second will definitely please that race team, but this is the man who sets the pace so far. I'm good too, Eli. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much. But Carter Joe's looking at making back-to-back poles, back-to-back pole positions. What an achievement that would be for Halfords UASA Racing, and what a start to the season for Carter Joe. More than likely, he's been very quick so far. More sucking, says Sebi. You're running 20th, so yeah. You're not wrong. So Carter Joe's first. Second for Jose Mills. Third now is... now Spurley Tube to the top. Let's stop running through the order, because the West Surrey Racing Dodge has thrown himself to the top of the leaderboard. 1:14.4, now 1:14.3. Carter Joey with an immediate response for Halfords UASA. So Spurley went to the top for just a second. Now Joey is back out in front for the Toyota Camry team. How about that? So Jose Mills up into third, fourth for DeLello now. 7th is Marcus Sachi. He's broken into the top 10. So seeing a few new drivers and a few different faces starting to rise towards the front right now. And however, the name out the front is a constant in qualifying so far. Carter Joey, who leads the way right now. Here's DeLello off of the turn. He's currently 5th. Owen Finley, the fastest car in practice on Friday, now finds himself in 4th. So he's having a decent run again for BTC9 Racing. Niall Bensky up into 3rd. So the order's forever changing. So could we see Carter Joey get knocked off the top of the leaderboard? Definitely. You can certainly make a case for that. Of course, practice, the fastest times in practice yesterday were the 1 minute 14.2s or 1.14.0s really is what was the quickest. So Joey can still be beaten, but they've got 9 minutes to try and do it. What can he find? Can he find anything from anywhere else? So let's see, who else do you reckon could beat this lap time? Where's Fitzwater running currently? Way down the order, 27th. Not what Fitzwater wanted to see at all. So he's not having a great qualifying session for the Australian, who had such a good first weekend, not following up this weekend at Donington Park. And I believe that's Spurley Tube coming down at pit lane. So maybe a fresh set of tyres on the one for West Surrey Racing. That could be an interesting call. They are second, so they've put in a solid lap time already. However, they want to push that extra mile, that extra way to potentially grab that pole position away from the rival team of Carter Joey. But we'll find out soon. We'll find out as the race wears on. This is a cluster of cars. Wells, Sachi, Kuklon and Ormond, who are both teammates, and William Bulin all in a tight pack and tight space there. 5 of them all racing quite aggressively. Have 8 minutes remaining within this session. As Carter Joey set for second successive pole position, and what a year it would be. see anyone else breaking into this top 10. There's some interesting names up here. Jake Richardson's bounced back well after a poor weekend. Same William Bulin, but they're not really on. They're only on the cusp of the big boys. You might want to say them. Top 8 though is looking very tasty indeed. Who can set down then a good lap time to finish off the remainder of this session? Joey leads. Second for Spurley Tube. Third for Niall Bensky. Fourth, Jose Mills. Fifth, Owen Finley. Sixth, Zachary Dello. Seventh is Peter Oranjak. Eighth is Bobo Jones. Ninth, Jake Richardson. 10th, William Bulin. Then we have the 61. That is Marcus Sachi. Adam Lees. Then the 27 of Samet Ozkan. Logan Cloud 14th, Eli Bright 15th, and that will run at the points paying positions for the moment. Of course, only the pole winner gets points in qualifying, but 15 get points during the races. Of course, free across an entire weekend. As they continue to run through the motions here with 6 minutes remaining. Carter Joey, can he do it? I saw Telia, the old logo ad on this track. There you go. See? Some nice old logos here. I like Donnington. It's a good racetrack. And hopefully on race day I can produce some very nice racing. See the Audi Quattro sponsoring there as well, Samet. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way, as we have nearly 5 minutes remaining during this session. Can anyone change this top 10 potentially? Or is it going to remain unchanged? Is Carter Joey going to head for a second successive pole position? He didn't make a very good benefit of it last week. Struggled to win from that position. But this week, it might be a different story for the Halfords Yuasa racing car. And now Samet Ozkan goes second fastest. That is Carter Joey's teammate. So both the Halfords Yuasa racing cars 1-2, a front row lockout for this team as it stands. Joey first, Ozkan second. So good lap from the Toyota Camry, and this team looks to have brought their A game to this racetrack. They currently run 1-2. They currently have a front row lockout. How about that for this operation? Spurley Tube still remains in third with Bensky in fourth. 5 minutes left. Can anyone steal this pole position away from Carter Joey towards the end of the session? I've seen it before where drivers have come in clutch with a good lap towards the end of the session, which has affected the standings and the finishing standings. Can anyone repeat that today? Find out shortly, but Joey and Ozkan and Halfords Yuasa Racing have done a stern and solid job right as of right now. Both Swedish sponsors. I saw NRJ and Telia. Yeah, I saw Telia then, just as we went past it. Hey, that's cool to notice. I didn't know they're Swedish, but I saw the Telia logo that time, Samet. But yeah, the support is very much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for continuing to watch and support the series. Right now, however, it's Carter Joey out in front with 3 minutes left. Can anyone change the picture and scene of this top 10? They've got 3 minutes to set down a lap, so you're probably looking at maybe 1, 2 to 3, depending on when they get times in Finley. One's way wide there for BTC Norlin Racing. That'll be his lap discounted. And it's ever so tight between the two Halfords Yuasa racing cars. Let's find Carter Joey. He's currently in the pit lane. Maybe fitting on some fresh tyres in case he needs to reinstate himself on the track and beat that time that he has already set. But it's a Halfords Yuasa Racing front row lockout. as it stands with 3 minutes remaining in the session. Can anyone get to the top of the leaderboard? Can anyone affect the top 10, which hasn't changed in the last few laps or so? Is Carter Joe going to come back out on track? No, he's still waiting in pit lane right now. Still, he's remaining idle. Maybe he does need to come back on track to set another lap time. You would think he probably would, but he's been reluctant to do that so far. 2 minutes 30 left. Nathan Ormond is coming back on the track here to maybe set one more lap. Spurley, Tube and Mills racing off the turn. There is... Whoa! Loads of cars loose there. Wow, they was drifting around that final corner. From that angle, you can see them all crossing the line. Here comes Dylan Ebrahimian to the line. Where can he go? Does not affect the top 10. There's either one of the Cobra Sport racing cars. And DJ Reed is now Carter Joey does hit the track with 1 minute 55 remaining on the clock. The top 10 remains unchanged. Can anyone affect that? Can anyone change that? It's going to come right out beside his teammate, Samet Ozcan. So both the Halfords Yuasa cars are at the front right now and are going to be running together as the session draws to a close. Can they steal it at the death? Can anyone steal it at the death? Or is this going to play its course and see Carter Joey? And another bonus point is second pole position in 2 rounds this season. What a incredible year this has been so far for him. In qualifying anyway, he needs to try somehow transfer that over to his race form. Something he struggled to do on race weekend number 1. Maybe on race weekend number 2 we could see a different story. 50 seconds remaining though. And it looks like this is going to be the final set top 10. Let's see what happens when they cross the line this time by. Trying to get a good camera angle here, guys. 34 seconds remaining. Jay Jefferson cannot get in. Anthony Charbois. He doesn't break the top 10 boundary. Now a whole host of cars coming across the line. They can't find anything more. Carter Friesen can't do anything better. His Bensky and a few others. And this top 10 remains unchanged. Mac Johnson can't do anything. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr. to the line. He cannot find anything. Dupain's going to be lost here to set a lap time for Team Parker Racing. Here comes the Dodge, putting the foot to the pedal, to the metal. Where can he find? He can't find anything at the moment. Spurley Tube. Oh, he's around. Spurley Tube and Mills goes around. That's going to set everyone's lap time off. Fitzwater collides into him. And a dramatic ending to this session. That will affect their lap times. Here comes Dylan Ebrahimian. What can he find? Nothing. Bobo Jones, who currently sits in 9th. Can he find anything extra? He won't. Eli Bright and Samet Ozcan. What can they do? Nothing. Carter Joe can't do anything. Jay Jefferson to the line. Still can't improve. Charbois can't improve. Another whole host of cars, including Zachary DeLello. And this order looks like it's going to remain unchanged here. Max Johnson comes to pit lane, surrenders his lap. And it looks like, guys, Carter Joey is going to win back-to-back pole positions here. Unless anyone can steal it right at the death. They can't. And Kuglon's going to be the final person to set the lap time. 30 more seconds remaining for those extra drivers. And I believe that will be all she wrote for this session. So it's going to be a front row lockout, I believe, for the Halfords Yuasa racing cars. A few more are going to try and set a lap time here. And they're just not going to be able to do it, guys, I'm afraid. Bobo Jones will not get enough time. And there we go for your qualifying standings. So Carter Joey has made it back-to-back pole positions for his NRUK Dunlop Custom Series career. He has a front row lockout with teammate Sam at Ozcan. Those two are going to be big favourites for the first couple of races here. Spurley Tube in third. Niall Bensky is in fifth for Jose Mills. Sixth for Owen Finley, who's fastest in practice. Seventh for DeLello. Eighth for Ron Jack. Ninth Bobo Jones. And 10th is Jake Richardson. That's the top 10 then. What is going to happen tomorrow as race day approaches ever closer? Wishing everyone the best of luck for tomorrow's race. Be there. 3 races. Triple the action. Triple the fun. You ain't going to want to miss it. Thank you to DeLello, Ozcan, Kukul and Eli for tuning into the stream. We've got big races coming tomorrow. Thank you ever so much, guys, and see you soon. Bye-bye.